Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. So today, what I want to do is, it's Wednesday morning, I want to go through exactly how we are doing with our 20% price increase. I've had so many awesome messages about it. Everybody wants an update, and everybody wants to know how we're doing, have we done the right thing, what's the conversions like, and this is the episode where I'm going to go into pretty much a top level thing, and just to give you an update to see exactly how we're doing. Because I can't lie, at one point, I did believe that it could be the wrong decision. I did believe, and that was in middle of July when we was around about 1,200 square foot down for the month. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is why, by the way, you shouldn't make knee-jerk reactions. You should let it play out over a period of time. Don't panic. And then when you see over a period of time, you can actually look at the data over 2 or 3 months and say, yes, it worked, and no, it didn't. And so for me, the great thing about storage is that we are in a very, very lucky position where whatever we do, isn't going to kill us. It's not going to kill us. It might put us back a little bit in terms of revenue. However, it's not going to kill us. So any decisions that we make, we've got the ability, we've got the luxury to test these decisions because nothing is going to kill us. Yes, it might impact revenue in a negative way. That's a worst case scenario. It might impact conversions in a negative way, but it's not going to kill us. The great thing about self-storage is it gives us a wriggle room to test things. We're allowed to test things without breaking the whole machine, which is such a fantastic luxury that most businesses don't have. Do you realize how lucky we are in this business? I am, honestly, when I'm recording this, it's Sunday morning. I am so excited about storage. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. If you're not installed storage yet, obviously, as you can tell, I'm very, very excited about the possibilities for everybody in this industry. My sisters are in the wedding industry. And obviously, as you know, it's been decimated by the coronavirus. And I feel so sorry for them. All of a sudden, yesterday, I had an epiphany. I just thought, well, why don't they start a microsite? Why don't I get them into self-storage, find a site for them, and I help them, I educate them, and they can be in the self-storage journey as well. And so I've been trying to push that through yesterday. Anyway, so about my price increases, I want to give you the overall view, and then I want to give you what I'm looking at and what I've got to be careful of as well. So the 1st of June, that is when we implemented the price increases. So the 1st of June was the first month these price increases came out. And our revenue was £44,564. And now when I say 20% price increases, that's not strictly true because many people have more than one room. And so when they have more than one room, we can't give them a independent price increase we've got to, obviously, if we've got a 75, and a 25, we've got to count that as a 175 rather than, 75 individuals. So we've got to navigate them choppy waters. But also I suppose maybe when I say it's a 20% increase across the board, maybe our street rate has gone up 20% across the board. However, the rest of the prices haven't gone 20% across the board. The price increases that we sent to existing customers haven't gone up 20% necessarily. We try 20% first of all, but then we cap it. We cap it at £30 an invoice. So we don't want to put someone's, and that's ex VAT. So we cap it at £36 an invoice. So we don't want to put up somebody's price more than £8. Is it £8? 36, 16, 36, what? 36, oh my God, now 18, yeah, 36, 18, yeah, 9. Yeah, £9 a week. Oh, I'm actually going red now because I'm thinking, oh my God, one thing I'm good at, I can't spell or anything like that, but maths is what I'm good at. And so I'm just double checking now. Yeah, 36, 18, 9. So we don't want to put up someone's prices more than £9 per week. So, because I just feel like that's too much of a rise. We don't want to, if it's over if it's like £10 a week increase, people might start questioning it. So we've capped it at £9 a week. That's a maximum. So £36, £36, that's the maximum, but we've done every single invoice. So we've capped it at that price. And if anybody comes back as well, we've got a system now. If anybody comes back and challenges us, what we do is, our first thing, we say, we're going to have a word with the director. We'll escalate this to our director. We understand where you're coming from. We understand. Yeah, thank you very much for your feedback. We'll escalate it to our director, and then within 24 hours, nobody contacts me, by the way. Within 24 hours, we have an email that's sent out to them and says, or a telephone call. I think it's a telephone call actually. Well, we say, thank you very much for your concerns, blah, blah, blah. And we've had a word with our director and we understand exactly where you're coming from. We want to help you out. And so what we're going to do is half the increase. So instead of perhaps a 20% increase or a £36 increase to get a 50% increase, or half of that, or a £18 increase. So in effect, we get a £10 increase, a 10% increase. And everybody's come back and said, oh my God, thank you so much. That is amazing. Please tell the director and thank you. Because what you don't want to do, what you can't do, it's a little bit like smoke and mirrors as well. Because you don't want to, if somebody complains, rings you up and complains, yeah, I'm ringing about a complaint. I'll tell you what, how about we half it then? Well, you've got to play the game. You can't do that. I tell you what, I'll escalate it to my director. I don't have a power myself to do that because because supply and demand at the moment is so busy. What I will do, I understand your circumstance, I understand your situation. We'll escalate it to our director. As soon as our director gets back to me, it should be within 24 hours. I'll give you a call personally and we'll sort it out. And then the customers absolutely love it because you've done something for them. So they win and we win. Everybody wins and they're happy with us as well with the increase. So it's fantastic. So that's what we do. So the 1st of June, the revenue, true period revenue, this is true period revenue because it's easier to find on the system and stuff because I get an automated email every single morning, true period revenue. And true period revenue and actual revenue is normally the same anyway. We're probably just a little bit more on the actual revenue at the minute. So the 1st of June, it was £44,564. In June, we gained 1,800 square foot. The 1st of July, the revenue was 49, true period revenue. This is the 1st of the month, by the way, because obviously I can't do it by the end of August at the minute because it's not at the end of August. So I can only tell you the 1st of the month to give you some comparisons. So the 1st of July was £49,371. So it increased by around about £5,000. And in July, we lost 360 square foot. So from the 1st of June to the 1st of July, we gained around about £5,000 in true period revenue, which over a period of a year is £60,000. And it goes straight to your bottom line. From the 1st of July, and remember, we've done this because we was 90% full. We increased all our prices across the board because we were 90% full, supply and demand. And in some instance, we didn't have any certain unit sizes available. So we needed, I love it the way AJ Osborne put it in his latest podcast, where he said that if you're saying yes, if you're full and saying yes to a customer paying below street rate, then you're saying no to somebody who wants to come in and pay the street rate. So you're saying yes to the person who wants to pay a lower rate and no to the person who wants to come in and pay the higher rate. That is just, it's not business. Don't make any business sense whatsoever. And as I say, with self-storage, we've got the luxury to try these things out because if it didn't work, then we could adapt, and we could change things back as well. So in August, the 1st of August, today, when I'm recording this, the true period revenue, by the way, in July, we lost 360 square foot. Maybe it was because of the price increases. Maybe I don't know the exact numbers, but I think it was 3,600 people, 3,600 square foot that we moved in, which is a lot less than normal July's. Is it because of the prices? Maybe, but ultimately the revenue is king. Revenue is the thing that matters most. So in August, the true period revenue, 1st of August, was £53,672. And that was an increase of £4,000. So that means at the end of August, we should be taking £81,000. The true period revenue, end of August, should be £81,000. If we go on, if we say, right, it's a £4,000 increase from the 1st of June to the, so the 1st of July to the 1st of August, £4,000 increase. And that means that if we continued at £4,000 ahead of where it was last time, our true period revenue at the end of July was 76,700. So we should be hitting 81,000 this month. That is what this is saying right now. However, I believe because we started the month £4,000 up, I believe that we will continue to improve on July throughout the month. So I believe there's an outside chance we could get to that £1 million store status. I call these super sites, super stores, where you are taking £1 million a year ex VAT. And so to do that, we need to get to a true period revenue £83,333. So at the minute, we're £2,333 off, which I believe will definitely hit it next month. That hopefully, all things being well. However, we can't just simply take these numbers and say, hey, this is brilliant. We've increased in 2 months, we've increased our true period revenue £9,000. Well, that's actually nearly £10,000. That means that obviously is a brilliant success. That's £120,000 over the year, and it's straight to the bottom line because obviously there's no extra cost associated with it. However, we do need we do need to make sure that we are watching our conversion rates. We need to watch how much square foots are moving in, conversion rates from reservations to move-ins. We quotes to reservations, quotes to move-ins. We need to make sure we're watching how many square foot comes in. We need to make sure that we're just in the process. By the way, people have been emailing me asking me to send them that report where Space Manager is basically going. We can tell when they move out, when was their last price increase, because we want to know that yes, they might not have. Somebody might be upset with us, and we don't know it. So what we need to do is we need to make sure when people move out that we know when their last price increase was, and is there any correlation? Is there any trends that we can see from this? And so we just need to be aware. Although on the face of it, £9,000 in 2 months, it was a fantastic decision to increase prices, because let's not forget that now we're below 90%. We're below, when we came to this decision, we was at 90% occupancy or over 90%, and now we're below 90%. We just need to keep an eye on our occupancy, because, and like I said, the face of it says on the revenue, yes, it was a great decision. However, when we peel back the layers a little bit, we've got to make sure, one, we don't upset the customers, because ultimately my whole brand, Stormore brand, is based upon making sure that our customers come first. And I know it probably sounds a little bit counterproductive by giving a price increase, but it is supply and demand. I do believe that what we're providing is worth the money. Well, supply and demand says it is. So, and we've got to make sure that they have a good experience, and they're still walking, talking billboards of us, our access, our company, the safety, everything about Stormore. We want them to be walking, talking billboards. So we just need to make sure there's no correlation between people moving out and when they got a price increase. So with that report, when it gets built by Space Manager, we will be able to see if there's any correlation there. So we just need to keep an eye on that. Like I say, we need to keep an eye on our conversions, and we need to keep an eye on, I need to listen to what the staff are saying as well, the team, because are we getting much pushback? Are we getting any pushback with our prices? Are people, because don't forget, we've got no offer on now. We've got no offers whatsoever at the minute. I'll get to the offers in a minute. And so we just need to make sure that I'm in constant communication with the team. And because it's the first time we've done a massive increase as 20%, because what got us here won't get us there. So the fact that we're in, it's quite exciting, really, because now we're full. We're classed as a full site. How you behave when your site is full is completely different. So many independent people don't get this, that you don't behave the same way. You can't behave the same way. You've got to act like a big business. So when you are over 85% full or 90% full or whatever what is that critical point is for you, you behave a different way once you are full, as you are in lease up. When you're in lease up, by God, you're scrappy, you're matching the offers, you're scrapping for customers. You want that customer. In Beverley, when this new site comes, I'll be updating people on the Monday's episode, so you should have had an update already about this, because I've had a fantastic update. It's been absolutely brilliant. So when because we will be in lease up, because we're opening an indoor site in Beverley now. When you're in lease up, you're scrappy. You want to do 8 weeks half price, 4 weeks half price. You want to match your competition, whatever it takes. You want to do whatever you can to get them customers in. And then once you're full, then you start working on increasing your pound per square foot. That is when I start really looking at that figure and trying to get that figure up as much as possible, like we are doing at Stormore. So you behave 2 different ways in lease up as you do as your site is full. So at the minute, I believe that it was a good decision. I believe it was a fantastic decision for the 20% increase across the board for our street rate. Existing customers increase 20% unless it's over £36, and then we cap it at £36 because we don't want to go over that £9 per week. We don't want to be double digits price increase every single week. So it's been a good decision so far. There's one other thing that I want to mention that we do. And again, it's each to their own, but we've got a report that simply says to us, alerts us when we are below 85% full on a certain unit size, because I never want to go below 85% full on a certain unit size. I think it's 125s at the minute that's hovering around that 85%. And we had a meeting, and with Angela and James and myself, we had a meeting, and it was, what do we do once we are under 85% full? One person in the meeting wanted to discount the prices, and myself and another member of the staff, a team, wanted to do half price on that unit. And the reason I wanted to do half price is because I always want to tell people who ever question our price increase, we can say, listen, the street rate now is more than what you're paying. So say, for example, if somebody complains about a £36 increase in their latest invoice, we can say, listen, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. However, that if you look at what people are paying for your unit, new customers, it's actually a lot more than what you're doing right now. So therefore, it looks better, because if somebody complained at 125 and we took £10 a week off, say, for example, £10 a week off, because we are so much more expensive in Armadillo at the minute, more than 20%, which is bizarre. So if they complained and we just took £10, if somebody come for a quote and we took £10 a week off as opposed to half price offer, then an existing customer could say, well, hang about, you're charging more to existing customers than you are doing to new customers. How is that possibly right? And they've got a fair point. Obviously, there is some people who are above the variance, we are charging more than the street rate because they're long-term customers. That's how storage works. However, we don't want that to happen when we're doing a big price increase across the board, because it just doesn't look good. And also, what do you do? Is it a set pound amount? Is it £10 a week? Is it £8 a week? Because £10 a week for a 125 is going to be completely different for a 25 square foot. Do you do a percentage of a unit? Is it 10% off? What do you do? And so it's a little bit muddy. And also, I believe that if you're doing half price on a 125, anybody who wants a 75, 100, a 150, you can simply say, listen, the reason why we've got an offer on this one is because supply and demand, we've got a few units available. That's why we're doing this. And as soon as we get past the certain threshold, the offer will be off. It's only a short-term offer. And so it's easy to sell. I believe it's easier to sell. It's almost a no-brainer. People, it's like the containers outside there, a 150 or 160 square foot container. When you're comparing that container to inside, it's a no-brainer. That's why containers are so easy to sell, because you've got a comparison there. You've got a measuring stick. You can compare, and that's why. So with a 125, you've got a measuring stick either side. You've got the 100 and they've got the 150. And you've got the measuring stick, and you can say, look how good value this is. So for me, that's why it's so much better to do half price. So if any of our units go under 85% full, then it automatically goes half price offer. And you need to keep an eye on. Well, certainly I need to keep an eye on things like that, because I want to make sure that yes, it looks good on the revenue, but I don't want to lose sight, because yes, that's the biggest KPI that we can ever have, is the revenue. But there's so many more little smaller KPIs that make up the revenue KPI. So we just need to keep an eye on them other KPIs to make sure that we're not losing too much square footage. Conversions are going down too much. We've got to make sure that ultimately that we continue, we stabilize. I want to stabilize around about the 90%. That I'll be happy with. If we stabilize around about 90%, I understand winter and summer and stuff, but if we stabilize somewhere around there, then that'll be fine for us. So it's just something that we got to keep an eye on, because it's not just about the revenue. Yeah, we're making £9,000 or £10,000 extra every month. So from June to August the 1st, it's not £10,000. But by the end of the month, it may be a slight bit more, and then obviously, hopefully, September will go up as well. So it might be in the space of 3 months, we might have made £14,000 difference. £14,000 a month difference. That pays for my mortgage on my £1.7 million acquisition for the freehold. It pays the mortgage comfortably. I mean, that's how much difference this is. It's incredible. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update, because I know that I've had so many emails and so many messages about it, asking questions. And if you've got any questions, then hit me up on it, and I can do another podcast. I can simply just do a quick podcast any single day, and just to answer the questions you guys have. And it's Dean Booty, BWTY at iCloud.com. And any questions you have about this increase, because I have literally gone so deep to make sure I'm not missing anything, to make sure I'm not overthinking it or underthinking it. And I've been going to sleep thinking about these bloody price increases. What other metrics do we need to look at? What KPIs? I call them alerting KPIs. So when the conversions goes down, then that alerts me to a potential issue that we've got to be wary of. So yeah, I've been thinking about what are the alerting KPIs, what's the main KPI, and ultimately, I think it's a very, very good decision. And so if you are 90 odd % full, then I would strongly recommend that you strike while the iron's hot. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? We've got to strike while the iron's hot and capitalize and make as much revenue as possible. There's nothing wrong. I want to get across. There's nothing wrong, and maybe I need to tell myself as well, because I do. I don't know. When you brought up thinking money is bad, and that you shouldn't talk about money and you shouldn't talk about revenue and making money is bad. And so I want to get across it. It's not bad. It's not bad to want to make money. That's the whole objective of as a business. We want to make money, and we want to be one of these businesses that give back as well. We want to give back in the local area. We want to do, and so I've been thinking of crazy ways. What do we do 1% of our revenue? Do we give that to charity? Because once you're in a position when you've got that critical point and you're cash flow positive every single month, you get to the point where you can start thinking, we can start helping. We can start making a difference to the local area. What can we do? And you can only do that if you correctly manage your self-storage site. And so there's nothing, I don't believe there's anything wrong with trying to maximize and make as much revenue as possible from your site. At the end of the day, that is what we're in business for. That is what everybody is. This is what the big boys do. The big yellows, safe stores, etc. This is what they do. And so there's nothing wrong with maximizing your revenue. This is what we're here for. This is what we've got to do. This is what we're ultimately, this is a pinnacle of business. This is a wonderful, wonderful game that we're playing. And yeah, hopefully that's a good update for you guys and you know exactly where I am. And I will speak to you on Friday. I don't know what Friday's episode is about yet, but I'm sure it'll be good. It will be good. All right, guys, girls, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.